Hi folks, hello again, hello and welcome to 2022. It's Anthea and I'm doing my monthly somewhat video. So what are we going to do in today's video? So seeing as it is the brand new year, this is going to be a two-parter. So for the first part of the video, we are going to decorate the cover of my new bullet journal. So I've been doing bullet journals for the last couple of years. I really enjoy bullet journaling. I enjoy decorating it and I enjoy putting all my bits and pieces in. It makes me feel a little more organized, a little more control of things. Now, I'm not fantastic at bullet journaling. I tend to be quite into them for the first like 3 or 4 months, and then I might forget about them for a little while, and then I get back into them, but I'm never as into them for the rest of the year as I was at the beginning of the year. But I do find that I have been keeping somewhat better track. I like putting in my schedules, I like putting in my addresses and my birthday dates, and just putting down ideas and thoughts and scribbling in ideas for things in the journal. And I think they're nice to have and to keep around, and I really like personalizing them as well, as there's something that's purely for me. So I had 2 bullet journals before. I cannot find 2020's bullet journal, unfortunately. If I do find it while I'm editing this video, I'll pop in a photo of it. For now, if a photo doesn't show up, that means I was now not able to find it. So sad, so bad. But anyway, so this is 2021's bullet journal, and I'm gonna flick through it, and I'm just to warn you, it's very sad. It's a very sad little bullet journal. It did not get used much at all in 2021. 2021 started off with a lot of hope, and then it just kind of did not deliver, and I don't feel like I'm the only one who felt that. So it's very scarce with things. I have a few things a few pages kind of taped together or blocked off because they're sensitive information that I don't want to share on YouTube. But unfortunately, this journal just has a lot of pages left, and I was debating whether or not I should bother getting a new journal at all and just keep using this one. But I just really miss out on doing the cover and everything, and it's a good excuse to make another video. So I decided to get a new one. I got one that was a little smaller this year, just to, maybe not set myself up for such disappointment. But this is not going to be thrown away. I am going to hold on to this and just keep it as a spare notebook for if I'm doing courses or anything like that. I could just use it to have on hand to put little notes and stuff in it if I don't have this on me. But this will be used in like different ways. But like I said, unfortunately this just didn't end up getting used a lot, and it's just a little sad. So this year I'm hoping to decorate this one a little nicer, put in more pages, get more ideas for different sections and pages, and hopefully use it out more. I'm being a little hopeful this year. There's a few conventions I've signed up for this later in the year, kind of in the spring or summer months, that I'm hoping will stay open and things can maybe kind of go back to, I don't want to say normal, nothing is normal, but I would really like to be able to go to conventions again, kind of get back into the stride of things. So what we're gonna do is start off the year with doing the journal. So gonna decorate it. So both 2020 and 2021's journal was a Dust Bunny themed cover, so I'm going to keep with that. I'm going to do another Dust Bunny themed cover. But there's one thing I didn't think about when I bought this year's journal, which was, what's the brand of this journal? This journal, it's an Art Fun, it's either Art Fun or Art Fan dotted grid journal. So it's just a little simple, just a very simple journal. It has nice thick pages, gets the job done. So usually I buy a colored cover journal to make it easier to like paint on and sketch on. So last year's was a slight pink, and the year previous was like a mid-tonish purple, so it was easier to sketch on. And then I used Posca markers to paint on. I'm going to use Posca markers again on this one. But I didn't consider the fact when I was buying it that I'm going to have to sketch on this, and it's a dark colour, so it's going to be a lot harder to sketch on. But like, we'll figure it out. Either I'll just race on through with the Posca markers and not really use much of a sketch if the sketch is not coming up, or I'll try and find a lighter colour pencil, like a white pencil or like brown, and see if that works. But we'll figure it out. Like, the great thing about Posca markers is that they're very like thick, and you can reapply things. You just gotta wait for the paint to dry, and then you can just kind of put more paint on it to kind of cover up your previous mistakes. So when I make mistakes, I can just, you know, fix them. Scraps. Mistakes are okay. That's how we learn. So that's what part 1 of the video is going to be. It may just be one video, and then part 2 will be its own video. I'm going to see how long these videos last. If they're like far too long, I will most likely split them up. If they're kind of less than like 30 minutes or so, I'll probably keep them as, you know, one video. That's 2 fingers, 1 video. So that's the idea. That's what I'm planning on doing with it. I'm hoping the cover comes out nice, and I'm hoping good things for 2022. So I'm going to take us over to my art table, and we're going to start drawing on this. cover ideas, like with my process. When I come to like some traditional art, I tend to sketch and doodle on either a loose piece of paper or on sticky notes. Took those sticky notes just straight into the book using some washi tape, and I kind of wrote down my just the ideas behind what I wanted on the cover. So obviously the black covers, I wanted space, planet, stars, dust bunny and a space helmet, just showing off my ideas and doodles and stuff. And I do like that little sticky note that I have at the bottom. So I've done this in like all my other bullet journals where I just draw out a physical calendar for that month. So I usually do it in kind of larger squares so I can write little notes in the calendar. And then underneath the calendar I write out my to-do list and then my events for that month. And I usually kind of write these in the squares as well, just to kind of keep on top of what appointments I have for the month, what I need to get done, just so nothing's kind of, sneaking up on me, because I have a poop mind, so I kind of forget what time is and just lose track of things. Now the calendars, all the calendars, every single calendar that I do in this bullet journal is not very good looking. But it's fine, they're functional, they don't have to look good. So I decided for like in this bullet journals, after each calendar page I do a what happened in that month, because again I have a terrible memory. I tend to forget things, and sometimes I forget like a lot of the good things that happened in a month and kind of only focus on what bad happened, because that kind of hit me more emotionally. So I decided I'm going to just write in what happens in the month so I can remember for later on. These next 2 pages, they're self-explanatory. One side is for birthdays and one side is for addresses. So, you know, I have a lot of birthdays to remember, a very large family and a friend and everything, and addresses, so when I send things out to people, you know, I know where to send them, and I can sneakily enough and I can ask what everyone's address is. Okay, so this is the big one, the goals of the year. I'm always so nervous about putting the goals in the year, because it's kind of like, ooh, what goals haven't I achieved the last 2 years? You know, I think it's always good to keep a focus on your goals and not let them go if you like still really want to do them. So I just have my usual things, getting an agent, finishing pitches. I think it was really important for me to put in some non-art, non-work related goals as well, because sometimes I can get very, very focused art-wise and work-wise, and I forget just, you know, putting in like social things and life things in there. So each goal on this page ends with a big heart. So every time I achieve a goal, I will fill in that heart. The next page is tasks. So these are the tasks that I do put down on this are just the basic tasks that I'm focusing on. The next page here is writing and comic ideas. So I tend to get a lot of ideas just randomly in my head. So I try to write them down when I have them. Quick little tiny little paragraphs of just the very basic story that I can like build up on later if I want to. But these are just very quick basic ideas for either stories or comics that I want to do in the future. So this is the fan art print idea page. So if I get an idea for a fan art print, I just write it down on this page. So at the moment on that page, it is Pokemon Arceus. I don't know if that's how you I know there's a debate on how you're supposed to pronounce Arceus, but I'm gonna say Arceus because I can say Arce. Centaur World, I've been wanting to do a print for that for a while, and also like Find Out for any security breach. That is all over my TikToks. So the page opposite to that is just illustrations. So these would just be original, you know, ideas, generic stuff, nothing that's related to fan art basically. Now on each of these pages I code it, so one side is blue, one side is orange. Now on the next page, so there's fan art sketch ideas, and then after that there is illustration sketch ideas. So then I kind of sketch out the ideas that I have. So this next page is I'm a Shepherd pitch process. Like that pitch is pretty much finished, but I took a break on it for reasons, and so I just need to get back into it. So I just kind of just write down my process and what things I still need to kind of just finish for the overall pitch, and then I just kind of decorate it with a few little ghosts because that's like a theme going on in that book. The next page is the forgotten page. This page kind of fills out a little more because I still had I had a bunch of stuff from the previous journal that I just kind of transferred onto this page, just overall keeping an eye on my process. But I do plan on finishing this pitch at some point. It's not as urgent as the I'm a Shepherd one, and there's also a secret pitch that I'm working on that I'm not going to tell you about. Maybe in the Hey folks, so this is future Anthea, like not far in the future, but like a week later Anthea. So I think I lost a lot of my footage that I had. Like we're in like near mid-February at this point. I've been working hard and completed my online course, and that just took up a lot of time because I have like one brain cell that can only do one thing at one time, and those essays obviously were very important, so I had to get those done. But so I get back to all my process and stuff when I was looking through all my recordings, and it turns out I didn't record a lot of the other pages that I had done. So I thought I'd just pop it in here and just be like, hey, hi folks, let's do this. So we ended on to the forgotten pitch. So that's the end result of this here. I do quite like this page. It's very simple, but has all my processes and notes and details and stuff. So whenever I do go back to work on the forgotten pitch, I could just look at this page and give myself a decent idea of what I'm doing and what my process is. So this next page is spare. I couldn't really think of any way to decorate it, so I just kind of left it. Let's put a sticker in here somewhere so it doesn't look so sad. Sticker. Let's just put it here. There we go. Looks a little less sad now. But this is just a page for other projects, like minor stuff that I couldn't be bothered to give like its own proper like page. So I don't have anything at the moment. I probably do, and I should write them down, work on them, whatever, but I haven't at the moment. But let's get going. So this is a page for things for me to just like, if someone recommends me a show or a book or a comic or whatever, I can write it down on here so I can check it out later. It's a little empty at the moment because I haven't actually had the time to like sit down and think about things I actually want to watch and stuff. So I will fill this up eventually. But that's what this page is. So when I have a video game I want to play, I put it down here. Film, put it there, comic there, YouTube, shows, cartoons, so on. This is like YouTube ideas. So for January and February is the bullets journal decoration video, which is the video that I'm currently doing, and it's like 21st of February. I'm so behind on everything, but like that's life. Let's see now. Oh, this is sticker idea. I've been making a few like stickers, as you've seen. I've been sticking them in, been making them by hand and stick them in and stuff, and they're quite cute. And I did like a Christmas market this year, and the stickers sold very well, so I'm gonna do more stickers. So these are just a very quick little sticker idea. So like, skull covered in moss, a little like kind of like this welcoming cat, if you can see him there. I bought him at the Asian market, but like as a tiger, make that as a sticker I think would be quite cute. Let's see, so dust bunny merch ideas. So I want to do like make a standee to sell. So it'll be like a couple of dust bunnies kind of hiding out in tall grass. Hold on a second, I'll show you a standee. So this is a standee that I made for display only. It's not for sale. So this is going to be on my table at conventions and such, and it just kind of gives a brief overall what a dust bunny is. Because they're my brand, and I'm really branching out and making a lot more dust bunny merch like this year and the years coming, because I'd love to do far less fan art and stuff at my tables. I want to focus more on my brand, so just more dust bunny stuff. So I made this cute little standee to be on my table. Now this is the first time I've ever made a standee, so it's not perfect, so the stuff kind of don't overlap as well as I'd hoped, but like figuring out that file and how to make them was a bit confusing. So I think I did okay my first time. But I just have, this is just for me, this is just for selling, not for selling, this is for display purposes. But I'd love to make an actual standee to sell in the future. So it'll be like, basically these are made of acrylics. So be like tall grass and like little dust bunnies kind of poking their heads out, and I think that'll make a very cute item to sell. Also plushies. Plushies are always on the menu of what I want to make dust bunny wise, but I just don't know how to start, and I don't know where to make them, and I fear about them being like very expensive. So I feel like I should keep waiting until dust bunnies are maybe a little more read or well known or something, but I don't know, one of these years I'm just gonna be like, feck it and just do it. Dust Bunny comic strip ideas. So this year I released Dust Bunnies as a webcomic, so they're just like little cute little comic strips. So I'm gonna just do little ideas in here. I already have like a whole bunch of strips made already before I release the comic, so I'm okay for the moment, but I do need to start writing down things. So this is like notes. This is just notes, just random ideas, and they don't have a place for anything yet, so I just write them down before I forget them. This could be just life stuff or maybe story ideas I don't think of putting on the other page. I have a sticky note here because I'm actually covering a note here that's for a secret project that I'm kind of working on a little bit at the moment, but it's secret and I don't want anyone to know about it yet until it somewhat comes into fruition, till it happens. So this is just hiding that at the moment because it's secret. Shh, secrets. Shh, don't tell anyone. Shh. Anyway, these are my Irish notes. So I've been doing Irish. I think for well over a year now. I think I've been doing Irish on Duolingo. So this is just some of my Irish notes that I've been doing. So a lot of Irish notes. Oh yeah, that's the last page. So a lot of these pages will probably spill over onto new pages later on. So I still have like a whole bunch of the journal left. So most likely a lot of these pages will get filled up over the year. Hopefully, that's the idea, they'll get filled up over the year and they'll just spill over onto new pages. But yeah, so that's oh yeah, this is my table of contents so far. So like that's the overall, that's the filled up, well not filled up journal, but that's the journal so far, and I think it's quite nice to have, and I've been keeping it on me, and I've been putting in my notes and everything and writing, and I don't know, I always like making these bullet journals because even though, you know, I'm not great at bullet journaling, in the end they always feel so good to make, and I put my notes in and they just put me in a way more positive mood for like my plans and ideas, and you feel like more like they're more likely going to happen. I feel more organized. Yeah, I think it's good. You know, if you're ever thinking of doing a bullet journal, let this video be like your sign to start making a bullet journal. Because like, you don't have to be perfect in bullet journaling. I think there's like a whole culture around bullet journaling that you know, a lot of people take very, very seriously. They're very dedicated to the bullet journal and all that. And there's a whole bunch of like codes and symbols you can put in your bullet journal, and there's whole like YouTube channels dedicated to their bullet journals. This is not this. This is more just for me. It's for funsies, and it's just kind of just keeping track of things because I have poop brain a lot of the time, and I lose track of time, and I'm very forgetful, and I can get overwhelmed with small things or very focused on one thing, and I forget a lot of other things going on around me. So it's just nice to be able to have a physical thing that I can pick up, write in, doodle in, and look in, and just remind myself of what is going on in my life. What do I have planned? What are my goals, and what good things are coming up that I'm looking forward to? You know, just to remind myself that it's not all in my head. It's nice to just get it all out physically. That it's truly there, out in the physical world, and I can pick it up and look at it. Yeah. So that's the bullet journal. Thanks very much for sticking with me and watching this video, watching my process, watching me colour, and listening to my ideas and such. So I think I'll leave it there. Thanks very much. Thanks for joining me. I hope you have a really good 2022. I hope I also have a good 2022. I'm just going to put that out there. I want good things for myself, but I want good things for you too. So, you know, good vibes. Have a good year. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a like or consider subscribing. If you want to support me, the channel and all my comic projects like Fate, have a look at my Patreon. Fate crew members get Fate pages before anyone else, shop discounts, exclusive art, videos, and behind the scenes work of all my projects like scripts and character designs. I also stream Mondays to Fridays at 9 PM Irish time over on Twitch. So I would love to see yous there. Okay folks, I'm gonna love yous and I'm gonna leave yous and I'm gonna say goodbye. Bye!